When people look at the AI boom, they usually stare at the flashy names first. The company that releases the new model. The company that sells the GPU. The company that rents the cloud server. But the cold part is this. Somebody still has to manufacture the chip. A design can create value. A design can excite the market. But a design alone does not run a data center. The circuit has to be printed on a wafer. Defects have to be controlled. Production has to scale from an engineering sample to millions of usable chips. One of the most important gates in that process is TSMC. TSMC does not sell you a smartphone. Its name is not the largest label on a graphics card box. That is why many retail investors notice it late. The market usually notices the bottleneck before the crowd notices. The brand behind it? The question of this channel is simple. How does a future technology shift change your wallet, your portfolio, and your risk map? That is why TSMC matters here. This is not a buy signal. It is not a shortcut to a guaranteed return. It is a supply chain lens for reading the AI tech stock landscape. Semiconductor power is not only decided by who designs the most attractive chip. It is decided by who can actually make the chip at scale, with acceptable yield, under brutal technical pressure. The audience applauds the visible product. The money waits at the invisible gate. And in the current AI cycle, that gate has become one of the most expensive places on Earth. Today we are going to look at how a manufacturer became a center of gravity in the semiconductor order. Not through noise, not through hype, through bottleneck power. Semiconductor headlines love small numbers. 5 nanometers, 3 nanometers, 2 nanometers. The crowd is trained to believe that the smaller number automatically wins. That is convenient. It is also dangerously incomplete. The hardest part is not only making something small. The hardest part is making it small again and again at scale, with a yield that makes economic sense. Buying advanced equipment is closer to buying a ticket into the arena. It does not mean you win the match. TSMC's moat is not just a shopping list of machines. It is process know-how. It is engineering repetition. It is customer design data. It is the feedback loop that finds defects, reduces waste, stabilizes yield, and turns a fragile process into a commercial machine. If yield is weak, the same wafer produces fewer usable chips. Cost rises. Delivery schedules become fragile. Customers lose confidence. But if yield stabilizes, customers can commit more volume. More volume creates more production data. More data improves the process again. That loop is where the quiet power lives. From the outside, a foundry looks like a factory. From the inside, it is an operating system made of physics, chemistry, software, equipment, and engineering judgment. That is why advanced chip manufacturing is not ordinary outsourcing. In the AI era, manufacturing capability itself becomes a platform. For an individual investor, the lesson is harsh but useful. Do not only chase the latest process node headline. Look at yield, capacity, packaging, customer concentration, and production credibility. The market does not wait until every retail investor understands the bottleneck. It starts pricing the bottleneck before the crowd can explain it. That is why TSMC is not just a company story. It is a market structure story. An AI chip is not powerful because one piece of silicon is magically intelligent. There is compute. There is memory. There is the connection between them. And there is the physical package that allows data to move fast, enough for the system to matter. That is why the bottleneck no longer stops at wafer fabrication. It expands into advanced packaging. How do you combine the logic die with high bandwidth memory? How do you manage heat? How do you scale production? How do you deliver enough finished packages when every AI customer wants more capacity at the same time? This is why technologies like CoWoS receive so much attention. The name sounds technical, but the market logic is simple. AI performance is limited when data movement becomes slow. The compute engine needs memory close to it. The connection has to be dense, fast, and reliable. Packaging becomes part of performance. That expands TSMC's role. A customer does not only want a good process node. The customer wants a path from design to working product. Process, yield, packaging, schedule, and trust have to line up. If one piece breaks, the whole AI supply chain feels it. For an individual investor, this creates an uncomfortable lesson. Rising AI demand does not reward every related company equally. Some companies can turn demand into pricing power. Some companies get trapped behind capacity limits. Some companies enjoy the story but not the margin. That is why AI investment simulation should not be treated as a price prediction machine. It should be a question machine. Where is demand forming? Where is the bottleneck? Who can turn that bottleneck into negotiating power? Who is merely riding the headline? If you only watch the chart, you are late. The chart usually moves before the news becomes easy. Enough for everyone to understand. That is cynical. It is also how markets often behave. Now let us turn this into a practical workflow. If you use ChatGPT for financial analysis, the first question should not be, will TSMC stock go up? That question is lazy. It sounds direct, but it pushes the tool toward a prediction. You should not trust blindly. A better question is this. How does AI chip demand pressure? TSMC's process capacity, advanced packaging, capital spending, customer concentration, and operating risk. That is not prophecy. That is structure. It separates the variables that matter before you even look at a valuation argument. The workflow is simple. First, break revenue drivers into end demand and customer exposure. Second, look at capital expenditure and depreciation pressure. Third, track management commentary around packaging capacity, yield, and advanced node demand. Fourth, build a risk map for geopolitics, power, water, overseas fabs, and equipment dependency. The AI tool is not your investment brain. It is not a magic terminal. It is a checklist assistant. It helps you notice missing questions. Even if you use a GPT extension for ETF analysis, you should not worship the output. A no-code chart can still be a beautiful, wrong answer if the assumptions are weak. The AI Future Finance Lab method is deliberately boring. Use a prompt to create better questions. Use data to organize the picture. Split the future into optimistic, neutral, and pessimistic scenarios. Then ask what variable has to change for each scenario to become believable. Before you press any buy or sell button, identify what you do not know. That is the adult version of investing. Not confidence. Reduction of ignorance. TSMC is a useful case because it looks like one company, but it actually forces you to read the whole AI supply chain. Foundry capacity. Packaging constraints. Customer demand. Political risk. Capital intensity. If your analysis cannot handle that complexity, it is not analysis. It is decoration. TSMC does not control every part of the semiconductor industry. Memory has its own leaders. Power semiconductors have a different structure. Analog chips follow another rhythm. So the lazy phrase, TSMC rules all chips, is not accurate. But when you move into advanced logic, foundry, AI chip production, and advanced packaging, the picture changes. TSMC becomes one of the most important gates in the system. And a gate is power because everyone needs to pass through it. At the same time, a gate is risk. When too much expectation is concentrated at one narrow point, even a small disruption can spread through the market. Geopolitics, electricity, water, capital spending, customer concentration, yield at overseas fabs, equipment dependency. These words are not exciting. That is exactly why many people ignore them. Money often leaks through the boring words. The practical conclusion is simple. Do not treat TSMC as a hero. Treat it as a pressure gauge for the AI supply chain. When AI chip demand rises, pressure rises. The real question is whether that pressure turns into margin, pricing power, and durable cash flow, or whether it leaks into cost, delay, and political risk. This content is for information only. Investment results are your responsibility. No company guarantees future returns. No AI tech stock outlook is a prophecy. Every scenario is built on assumptions, and assumptions must be challenged. Still, there is a difference between a person who checks assumptions and a person who only follows headlines. One is building a process. The other is renting emotion from the market. The money playbook of tomorrow is written through future technology. Today's page ends with a cold sentence. When the chip designer receives applause, the company that quietly turns wafers into working products may be the one changing the order underneath the stage.